Good morning, everybody. Hello, and thank you very much for joining us. Once again, my name is Martin Shen, and I am the CEO of FingerMotion. I just want to thank all of you for jumping on this webinar. And just a reminder before we get going, we are a public company. We are traded on OTC markets, and our ticker symbol is FNGR. Next slide, please. We will begin this presentation with some information referring to our latest press release. In January, we made one of the most significant announcements as a company. We're very proud to announce that we had joined up in partnership with Pacific Life Reinsurance, in essence becoming their data provider. For those of you that might not be familiar with Pac Life, they are a top 5 insurance underwriter with $178 billion in assets. Now, we're very excited about this deal because it not only validated the work which had been in our R&D phase for about 2 years, but also put us on track to monetize our big data asset. Currently, our initial rollout will be focused on insurance and finance-related products in what represents the biggest e-commerce market in the world, China. Now, we'll go into more detail in a bit, but it's clearly more than just providing data. We will be providing behavioral analytics, information that provides brief insights into human nature itself that will add value to the reinsurance business. Next slide, please. Now, this picture shows the relationship between our two companies. On the left, we have Pacific Life Re, who are looking for refined perspectives, which in the insurance business means better ways to define risk. Product innovation is another way of saying personalized insurance, which every insurance company aspires to having. And of course, they also want to have channel expansion, which means making their insurance products available in different markets, in different industries, and to more people. On the right side, we have our company and our wholly owned subsidiary, Sapientus. Sapientus represents the big data insights of our business. Our team takes data and performs analytics on it so they can determine certain behavioral tendencies, which will ultimately be monetized in a business application. Now, the interlocking puzzle pieces represent a very tight connection between the two companies, as the synergies reflect how our partners can grow with their business with us, and how we would monetize our data asset with a product to sell. And we can quickly note some of the points that the Pacific Life Re leadership passed on to us. As noted by them, the partnership will immediately help with many initiatives currently explored by Pac Life, like refined risk rating and underwriting experience, cutting edge and creative product design, marketing insights that could help enhance their segmentation, and channels diversity for their customers. For us, and in the future, what we see are other initiatives that Pac Life may undertake and which Sapientus could potentially assist. Things like deepening the understanding of customers and their behavioral risks pertaining to insurance, thereby providing more relevant and suitable value-added products, and to infuse fresh insights into the current underwriting and marketing processes via novel data sources, more sophisticated analytics, and advanced modeling, leading to better risk selection, more granular market segmentation, more innovative product designs, and more effective distribution strategies. So we look forward to helping them out with those endeavors. Next slide, please. So now let's look at our fundamentals and how we got to where we are today. The relationships we forged with these 3 telecoms over the years, China Telecom, China Mobile, and China Unicom, has given us unprecedented access to their respective user bases. This allows us to target telecom users with innovative products in an unobtrusive manner, which ultimately fulfills their needs. They trust us with their most precious commodity, their users. Now, as you may know, we reimagined our company in 2018 with the establishment of our subsidiary in China, Zhuge Information Technology, to focus on and offer telecommunication services to mass subscribers. Next slide, please. And this slide gives us a quick timeline on how we parlayed those relationships to get where we are today. Really a big data insights company with access to over 1 billion users. It began in June 2018 when we signed an agreement with China Unicom, which allowed us to beta test and perfect our mobile recharge and payment platform. This developed quickly when we were anointed as China Unicom's big data analysis partner. Although we knew that this was a big deal at the time, we didn't exactly know how it was going to play out. But we stayed the course by proving our mobile recharge and payment platform worked until we got the attention of another major e-commerce player, Pinduoduo. And by February 2019, we were able to offer PDD's users our service. In April, we added both China Mobile and China Unicom into the mix, effectively giving us complete coverage of the telecom market. At the same time, we saw an opportunity in the SMS business and launched it with a backlog of customers. Our platform performance didn't go unnoticed, and China Mobile made us their big data partner in June 2019. In August, we took over a key portal for China Unicom, which eventually led to more regional coverage over time, and that continues to grow. And in October 2019, we saw one of the largest e-commerce companies enlist our payment platform when Tmall signed on, and which many of you know is a subsidiary of Alibaba. You can see over time how our stature as a company grew. Our last major milestone provided us the resources we needed to be competitive in the big data space, which ultimately led to the inking of our deal with Pacific Life Re. Next slide, please. Now, we talked about Pacific Life and the big three China telecom companies. So let me clarify what we do as a company. We currently have 4 main business units: telecommunications products and services. This was our initial business, where we make a commission off of top-up transactions and e-commerce transactions for the respective telecoms. This was our foundational business, and as mentioned, has been perfected to provide a seamless consumer experience. SMS and MMS. Unlike the US and Canada, SMS is not free, as businesses have to pay to send SMS. And the SMS industry is heavily regulated in China. There are strict rules regarding spam and propaganda against the government, of course. So our platform not only provides attractive discounted access to SMS bundles, but also ensures governmental compliance while executing their targeted marketing plan. Next, we have Rich Communication Services, or RCS. And this division is still in its infancy. Here, our program will target 5G users, and in essence is a messaging platform that takes advantage of the increased bandwidth with functionality like click and mobile pay options. This is very enviable for our telecom partners, as it keeps the user on their system and not switching off to the internet or third-party apps. And as this product comes out of testing, we will share more information about this groundbreaking technology. We're quite excited about it. And finally, Big Data Insights in our Sapientus division. As mentioned, our team of data scientists and actuaries have developed proprietary algorithms that can predict consumer behavior. And with our relationship with the telecoms, we're able to run our algorithms in real time and off the secure database. We hope you can see that even though we have 4 very distinct different business units, they are tied together by a common thread: the telecom user. We have access to over 1 billion users, combining the base of China Mobile, China Unicom, and China Telecom. Next slide, please. And so just let me break down how large that market is. As you can see by some of the statistics here, China is the single largest smartphone market in the world. The reason we show you the number of smartphones, the number of subscriptions, and the average time spent on the phone is because we get a little sliver of each of those transactions from each of the 3 telecom partners. Next slide, please. And this is how we build on those existing relationships. In China, smartphone usage ranks first globally, and our business thrives based on usage. So we are in the biggest market with the biggest users. Online insurance sales are growing at over 40% year over year, and we're soon to be part of that marketplace through our existing and hopefully future partnerships. Online health insurance also growing rapidly and is virtually an untapped market. And in the macro view of China itself, they are anticipated to have the largest insurance market by mid-2030s, and we could be part of it. Short-term health insurance is growing very fast and experiencing amazing year-over-year growth. There's no reason why we couldn't participate in this market as well. Next slide, please. So this is how we have come together as a company and how our company's existing business ultimately breaks down and feeds into big data. We have evolved into a technology and data specialist company and built well-established mobile business platforms in China, providing data, payment, and recharge services to our partners. Our robust and scalable platforms enable seamless real-time integrations between telecommunication operators and the e-commerce platforms and businesses. Next slide, please. We also take advantage of China's nationwide 5G deployment, and we're well positioned to capitalize on the continually growing power of mobile data, transforming telecommunication signals into data blocks and integrating them with a host of external data and auxiliary information for mining and analyzing behavioral insights. We set out to create an integrated data ecosystem through technology and innovation, starting with enhanced efficiency and user experience in mobile communications, and extending into deeper consumer behavior analytics built upon a comprehensive set of high quality and relevant mobile user data. This will enable us to better cater to our customers' needs via a spectrum of products and partnerships in insurance, healthcare, finance, etc. But for now, in InsurTech, our seasoned actuaries and data scientists will lead the way in expanding our data analytics, enabling innovative insurance business applications and tech commercialization opportunities. Next slide, please. So let's dig into those building blocks a bit. With this picture, and as you watch it expand, we're trying to give you, the viewer, a better understanding of all the behavioral variables that we can track and quantify just from mobile data. At the highest level, we start with your demographics like age, gender, what neighborhood you live in. Then we overlay that with your geospatial imprint. Since people carry their phone wherever they go, we can learn a lot about that person and what they do during the day. We also cross-reference these things with the user's internet usage to help further refine the profile. Now, if we look at any particular block, maybe in the basic behavioral indicator block around the internet usage area, we can look at distraction while driving. See how that factor is determined by travel time and travel duration, which is geospatial imprint. And then we cross-reference that with how much the internet is used while they are driving. So this is just a small example of how we develop behavioral insights from raw data and why, for example, an insurance company would be very interested in our work. Next slide, please. Now this pictorial shows you the thought algorithm that builds the behavioral profile of the individual. Through our data, we can deduce if a user is a workaholic, a freelancer, a fitness enthusiast, or not very outgoing at all, just from mobile data. The fitness enthusiast is a good one. If you visit the gym a lot, it's a telltale sign that you're into fitness. If you're an active user on a fitness app, that's another clue. With geospatial data, we can tell if a user walks or bikes to work. We even know their proximity to work and what hours they work. Now, for example, what if that fitness enthusiast wants to sign up for insurance? It's very likely the insurance company wants a low risk, good health person to sign up with them, so they may offer them a better rate. It improves the company's portfolio, and that individual isn't lost to the competition. This personification of data is the proprietary skill set that we develop in-house at Sapientus. Next slide, please. So now you know what we're capable of. What is our plan going forward? Well, our fundamental divisions, the top up and SMS, will continue to operate and grow with capital injections. We look to roll out our rich communication services division shortly, as our beta phases have now been completed. And as for big data, we broke our plan up into 3 stages. We are in essence through this first stage already, which was building the algorithms and testing them in cooperation with some key insurance advisors. The second stage is winning a key partnership like Pacific Life Re and going through the process of refining and integrating the model so that it can provide the strongest returns. The third and final stage represents our long-term future, taking what we learned in insurance and applying that to other business models outside insurance. We also plan to fully capitalize on cross-pollinating within our own business units. For example, by marketing products using our SMS business or our e-commerce portals at Tmall. Our job is to monetize this base as best as we can, and we think we have the tools to do it. Next slide, please. So this is us. We are a technology company based in the US with operations in China. We started in 2016 with a focus on the gaming market, but it became clear to us that we couldn't scale without a user base. Then in 2018, in our quest to expand our user base, opportunity knocked on our door as the Chinese government asked us to decentralize the top-up business. This led to us creating an open platform with open access to the mobile users on the platform. This open architecture allowed us to peer into the metadata of the users and define behavioral patterns which will ultimately enable us to change an entire industry's methodology. We believe we have the experience, we believe we are building the best partnerships, and we think we have the full package with the interconnections with respect to mobile users, data acquisition, big data insights, and lead optimization. This will take our company to some amazing heights over the next few years. Thank you very much for your time, and let me know if you have any questions.